In a game where it had one of the more inexplicable flexes of all time, the Dallas Cowboys brought their own benches to be on the
Yeah.
sideline at the FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, the home of the Washington football team. To break that down and much more, Landon McCool of Locked On Cowboys. It was Randy Gregory forcing a Kyle Allen fumble to seal the deal for the Cowboys and win this game. Back-to-back wins for Dallas now. They had control of this contest early on. It was 27-8, and then you look up from taking a sip out of your soda, and it's 27-20. Dak Prescott had a pick six in the fourth quarter, and it was the Dallas Cowboys defense, Landon, that was able to kind of put this one away for them.
Yeah, if you were looking up from your soda and you saw what happened next, you may be adding a little bit something stronger to the mix. I think because it was certainly one of those games where you were holding on with both hands at near the end and not expecting to. And as good as the Cowboys defense played today, obviously the Cowboys offense really struggled, and there's going to be some pretty serious concerns about how Tyron Smith's ankle is going to be starting next week, and how Dak is playing in general. I mean, just he had a really bad game today.
Yeah, it's interesting, that they won with the defense, and they might have won in spite of their offense. And now back to back weeks, we've seen pretty pedestrian numbers from their quarterback. How big is the level of concern?
I mean, you certainly have to be a little bit concerned. I mean, I think to me, I don't know that I'm concerned long term. I think that eventually Dak will right the ship and get things back in gear because you see it with moments. I mean, there's still moments where he makes incredible plays and it looks normal. It's just that there's been a huge increase in what generally referred to as turnover worthy plays, a huge increase of just why did you throw the football kind of situations. I just, I felt like he kind of struggled today in execution. And usually with Dak, when he's throwing it high, like what we saw today, it's a footwork issue. Like he needs to clean up his footwork. It gets sloppy. He's throwing off his back foot at times. It just feels like the Cowboys need to kind of invest some more time in running 2-minute offense because it feels
Mm.
like that's when Dak can hit his back foot, throw the football, get into a rhythm, and that's when he starts feeling more comfortable. It just continues to feel, after almost a month plus of just kind of disjointed offensive football right now.
Yeah, but with that, the defense has come alive,
Yeah,
right? And
absolutely.
that was the biggest question as far as from a national perspective. Could this Dallas Cowboys team truly be a contender in 2021? And with the emergence of their rookie linebacker, edge rusher, whatever you want to tab him at this point, just a madman. And Micah Parsons, 2 more sacks. Is it 12 on the season for the rookie?
I
Uh,
think that's right. Or 12 and a
yeah,
half, maybe even.
12 and a half. Just making an impact. Does he already kind of become the leader of that defense?
I mean, he certainly, I think, is claiming his stake as the most talented player on a
Mhm.
defense that suddenly has a whole bunch of young, really talented players. The Cowboys defense, on the other side of what's happening with the offense, has been only getting better these last few weeks. And by better, I also mean healthier. I mean, finally they got back Neville Gallimore, who had been missing almost the entire season. In fact, I think he has been missing almost. I think he got hurt week one, but he made some huge impact plays and really helped the defensive interior in a way that they've needed for a long time. They got Tristan Hill back from a suspension that was a
Hmm.
little questionable, and then they were just able to get Tank Lawrence back last week, add him back into the mix. Randy Gregory comes back from his injury; he obviously played fantastic. So the defense is surging, kind of going into the playoff situation. Really, what the Cowboys need to do is take these next few weeks. They play the Giants next week, who are playing like the Giants for unfortunately for them. So they have an opportunity to kind of get right, and especially with the kind of lead that they've built in the NFC East right now, they have some cushion. And again, I don't worry about Dak long term, but he needs to cut back on these kind of up and down games and inconsistent games where and again, it's not just footwork. He made some poor decisions. That second interception, I don't know if he didn't see the guy or what happened. I'm interested to see what he says. But Dak needs to kind of clean it up because after a year and a half of carrying the team, whenever he's on the field, your team is actually kind of stepping up and really developed quite a bit and now looks like a juggernaut if they can get normal Dak Prescott quarterback play. But that is something that they need to get and they haven't had for a couple weeks now.